And now Dolly's gone. And like, who's our icon? Yeah.
Like, who else is just embodies goodness?
I don't think anybody's left that. Well, oh no, and I'm sure it's coming.
Oh no.
Hello, and welcome to Nick and Kristen in the podcast. And we have another celebrity death that we have to talk about that hit kind of hard for us. We didn't invite this one to our wedding, although we totally should have.
I know we should have.
Yeah.
I don't know why it didn't cross our mind.
Yeah, Tim Curry passed away, but before we get into that, I want to do something funny first.
Okay.
then we'll get into the sadder part of it. I need you to watch this video for me and give me your thoughts.
So weird. I don't like that at all. That's gross. First of all, it looks weird.
It doesn't. It looks like AI, but I don't think it is. But it's post-COVID. Who the hell would make
right?
something
Like
that?
that's what I want to know. Like, who's actually going up and being like, ugh, like.
I mean, you have to do it for
gross.
the gram, right? I haven't seen anybody do it.
No,
But yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry, that's disgusting.
it's super gross, right?
It's like kissing the ground. Like, even that is like, it's like kissing a trash can or something.
Yeah, we got us talking about Harry Styles, basically.
Yeah.
And so the marketing worked in a way.
Why do we need to talk about Harry Styles?
He's got like a concert coming or something like that. Like, I don't know.
I feel like the dew is off the Harry Styles rose. I feel like a lot of people are kind of over him already. And so maybe there needs to be a little bit more publicity, because from what I heard is he was charging like outrageous ticket prices.
Oh, really? Okay.
And a lot of people were like, we like you, but we don't like you like that.
Don't get crazy.
You know, like, we don't think you're like $800 a ticket kind of we like.
Yeah, well, he's got a rep, being from One Direction and stuff.
Yeah.
So if anybody would, he would be like the Justin Timberlake of our era. And I'm sure
But Justin Timberlake's not.
Well, not now, but I'm sure at Justin's peak, he was charging $800. I don't know what happened with Harry. I think he did some acting and nobody liked it. And that's the first.
There's a lot of stuff that we haven't liked.
Oh,
like
really?
The
Okay,
last two albums the last album especially was not particularly good.
Okay, yeah.
Like, he's kind of there's like zero. A lot of people are saying that the new tour is really bad.
Okay.
That the stage is set up so like the people that paid the most actually can't see it.
Oh,
because they're like
okay.
the stage is above the pit, and so it's just a lot of like, hey, we don't like this anymore.
Okay,
so,
yeah, which is a shame. His first album is like
great.
one of my favorite albums.
Great album. Yeah.
It's like all the way through. It's like it's well done, and it was like something refreshing at the time, and really needed.
And like they've
like
just been steadily going down,
kind of,
and so everyone's
like,
just kind of like, okay, we're not going to pay $800 a ticket anymore.
Got all his artistry out in the first one, yeah. Okay, so Tim Curry passed away. If you don't know who Tim Curry is, then
How could you not?
Then you're not a millennial because Tim Curry's been on everything. I didn't know Tim Curry's name for a really long time. I know you had a lot of things you like. I knew him as the guy from Clue.
Yes,
and that's then I didn't watch it. I didn't watch Rocky Horror Picture Show until I got older.
Oh my god!
And so I didn't realize that he was so ingrained. He was always in stupid kid movies when I watched him.
Yes, I mean Home Alone 2.
Yeah, so he always kept popping up, and I was like, hey, I like that guy. And who knew? And then I couldn't even imagine the kids nowadays seeing Tim Curry in anything, going like, why is mom and dad so excited about that?
Tim Curry.
Yeah, but you've had like a whole thing with Tim Curry.
Yeah,
right?
he's like, I mean, if you were a young theater kid that even remotely thought you were even slightly edgy, you watch Rocky Horror Picture Show, right? Like, so I grew up pretty young knowing what Rocky Horror Picture Show is, whether my parents knew it or not, because like it was talked about in the theater community, because it was like, oh, this is like crazy. It, like, you watch it now as an adult and you're like, what is going on? Like, this doesn't make a lot of sense.
I still haven't seen it.
It's very kind of bizarre, and it's just like one song after a next. Like, there's really like a very loose plot right here. And at the end you're just like, what happened?
Yeah.
But he plays the transvestite from Transylvania. Yeah. And so he comes out and he's like one of his first movies, if not like the first, I don't remember.
Maybe, yeah.
And it's like like nobody had ever seen him like that, like full glam, like crazy. So like theater kids really grew up on that.
Yeah.
And so immediately he was like this icon in theater. Then, if you were a kid in the 90s, you grew up with Muppets Treasure Island.
Yeah, that's right.
He was Long John Silver, I believe.
Yeah, he was the bad guy.
He was the bad guy, right?
Which I'd never seen until about a month ago.
And, I mean, it's like I know it doesn't necessarily hold up because you just saw it.
Yeah.
But like when you were in the 90s, that's what you saw, and he was amazing in it. Then you see Clue. And like Clue is iconic.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite movies growing up.
It's still great too.
It still holds up.
Yeah.
It's fabulous. I remember we would, as a family, we drive to Vegas a lot.
Okay.
And I think about it now, and I'm like, wow, this was terribly unsafe. But we had like a van, and my parents would take the back seats out of the van, and there was like a TV that my dad like jerry rigged to like our car.
Nice.
And my brother and I would both get to rent a movie, and I would always pick Clue. Always pick Clue.
Rent a movie, like Blockbuster style.
Yeah, so Blockbuster style. And we'd watch both movies, and by the time both movies ended, we were pretty much in Vegas.
Okay.
And we would just lay in the back of the car.
Why'd they take the seats out?
Because it gave us more space to, like, lay out.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, well, I mean, I've laid in the back of trucks that just had, like, the camper shell and didn't have the camper shell. Yeah, the 90s were crazy.
No, the 90s were wild. It was the Wild West, right? But, like, but yeah, so, like, Clue, it's just such a memory. Yeah. Like Home Alone 2, Fern Gully, like name anything from the 90s that he was in.
I was thinking about like Scary Movie. He was in Scary, and I was like, every time I looked somewhere, that guy popped up, and I was like, hey, I like that guy.
And he was such a brilliant character actor, even though he was kind of like Tim Curry in every movie. Yeah. But like, he was so charming, but there was something so sinister about him.
There's a darkness,
Yeah, and it's like he would smile and laugh, and you'd be like, oh man, I'm charmed. Yeah. And then he would like, and immediately you're like, oh God. Like he just had this wonderful quality to him as an actor. Obviously, the last couple of years of his life have been really hard to watch. Yeah. Because he's been confined to a wheelchair. He's been unable to talk and everything, the stroke. And so like we kind of knew it was coming. He was 80 years old. Yeah. Every year we're like, at least we didn't lose Tim Curry this year.
Yeah, and Dolly.
Dolly, right? Yeah. Right after each other. So,
well, someone brought it up. Like, who's left after Dolly goes away? Who's like the shining light? Because it was Betty White. Yeah. And now Dolly's gone. And like, who's our icon?
Like the beacon of hope.
The beacon of hope. Like, who's our light?
We lost Steve Irwin.
I know.
We lost Dolly Parton. Yeah. Like, who else is just embodies goodness? Like, I don't know who that would be.
I don't think anybody's left. Oh no, and I'm sure it's coming.
Oh no.
Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke is 100 in December, or he just turned 100.
Something like that.
That's
coming.
That's
another one.
That's another one. So
that's
like,
my beacon of hope, right?
I know. So he's Dick Van. You're like, oh, Dick Van Dyke's still there, and you're like, and he's still.
He's not really anymore, so he's slowed down quite a bit. Yeah. But yeah, I imagine that will be the next big heartbreak. But
99, 100's pretty long time. So it's a rough year for our celebrity losses.
I feel like we say this a lot.
It's
like,
true.
Every year it feels like there's been some icon that we've lost.
I think as we get older, it gets harder because all
now
our icons are dying.
We've attached to some of these people, right?
So I mean that makes 3, right? Hayden Panettiere, Dolly Parton, and Tim Curry. So 3's. Yeah. If that's how it goes. So let's just stop there. We can stop there. That'd be fine.
In terms of icons, right? Yeah.
We don't talk about parenting a lot, even though that's kind of one of the things that we have as the podcast. We're like the millennial parents that are trying to make it through life and unemployment. And so I thought I'd bring up a parenting milestone that we've reached in case other parents are worried about it or wondering about it. And we're still kind of figuring it out. But our daughter, who is now 7.5, kind of went from constantly playing and constantly needing our attention and like full focus all the time to now she doesn't even care that we're in the room. And it's been a hard adjustment as us, for us as parents.
It's been really hard. Obviously, like, we had Lily a little later in life, and so we were already very settled, and like energy-wise, we weren't like we were in our 20s, right? Yeah. And so it's been hard kind of playing with a young child. Like it's exhausting, especially after you work every day and everything. Like, and so it's been hard for me, especially because there's been a lot of times where I'm like, can we just not play? Can we do something quiet? Can we read together? Can we snuggle? Can we watch a movie together?
Yeah, because it's end of the day.
Like, and I'm just like, I've talked to 9 people about the worst traumas of their life. Like, I don't feel like playing Barbies right now, right? And so I've kind of made some excuses. And lately now she just wants to play Barbies by herself. And it's really brought up a lot of guilt for me because I'm like, oh, she's doing that now because I've said no so many times.
Yeah, and that's not it. it at all.
It's not it. Yeah. And I haven't even really said no that many times.
Exactly. Like, we play with her when she wants us to, and there's times that I've noticed recently where she's like, come play with me. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And I sit there and she just plays by herself.
She doesn't interact with us at all. And the same thing with me too. Like, she'll be like, come play Barbies with me. And I'm like, okay. And I sit on the floor and she just jumps into conversations. Yeah. And I'm just sort of sitting there as the spectator. And eventually I just sort of like get up and walk away.
Yeah. And I feel bad. Notice. Like, I'm on my phone and I feel bad. I'm like, am I on my phone too much? Am I ignoring her? Does she like accepted that we ignore her? Yeah. So all the guilt's running through. But at the same time, you think about your childhood. I played by myself a lot, but mostly because I felt like my brothers and sisters hated me. And I was kind of an only child, and you felt, saying...
Yeah, I had an older brother, but I didn't really play with him. Like, I played independently in my room, and I think there's a guilt of us having an only child, right? Yeah. Of like, oh, we've got to be always the support system because she doesn't have a sibling. But it's like, just because you have a sibling doesn't mean you always play together either.
100%.
And as I was leaving, I went and ran an errand right before this podcast, but as I was backing out of the driveway, there was a bunch of kids on bikes. And they look about Lily's age. I know they're not because I know the kids in the neighborhood. Yeah. They're like a grade or two above Lily. But they were just riding their bikes and on their roller skates and stuff, just going through the neighborhood, no parents. And I'm like, what is it going to take for me to get to that level? Yeah. Because right now I'm uncomfortable with her playing in the room by herself and feeling like guilt. Yeah. Like, am I ever going to get to a point where I'm like, yeah, just go ride your bike. See you at 5.
Yeah. Like, well, like, they know, if you know that they're safe and they can act safe on their bikes, and I know these kids, like, they only live a couple houses down from each other, and so one will get on his bike and ride over, and then they'll go ride bikes together. But yeah, I'm waiting for that one. That one's going to be tough.
Because if she saw that, she would desperately want to go join them because she knows who they are. And again, they're just like slightly older than her. Yeah. So like, that's a conversation for when she's 8 or 9, but it's like, I don't know if I could get there. Like, I'm such a hoverer.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in the house with her and I'm always like, what is she doing? What's going on? What's happening?
I've had to try and let that go too, where I'm like, she's in the other room. I'm like, I'm just going to sit here, and like, she's just going to be in the other room.
Well, I was telling you today, like, we don't always have to be in the same room as her.
Yeah.
Like,
super weird.
She can go to her room and do her own thing, and we can be downstairs doing our thing and being productive.
It is coming for the parents that are living the life that we were living 6 months ago.
And that's so weird because it feels really strange, and it feels like, oh, we've isolated her, or like she doesn't feel like she can come to us. It's like, no, everything's really safe and comfortable. That's why she's able to go somewhere else.
Part of her development. She's learning to create stories and be entertaining herself.
And she's using her brain, and she's not stuck on an iPad.
Exactly. It's not like she's sitting in the room watching TV.
She's interacting. She's talking. Like, I mean, she definitely has iPad and TV time, but it's like, okay, I'm just getting over this hurdle. Like, how quickly can I go outside by myself hurdle?
Yeah, we'll see. But
I don't know if I can do it.
I mean, we ran around all the time. I can't even imagine letting Lily do what I did when I was a kid.
I know.
Like, I would just disappear.
Oh, I know.
At like 6. It's crazy. So, yeah. If you're a parent and that's creeping up on you, or you don't think that's ever going to happen, you're constantly entertaining and engaging, then... it's going to feel weird when it happens. So I thought we'd talk a little bit about parenting.
I know.
All right. Our relationship question of the day, because we are a married podcast. I don't know if we talk about that enough either. So Kristen and I, if you're just joining us, are married, have been married for quite a long time. We used to have a morning radio show, and now she's a therapist, and I'm a person who is seeking or found employment, but haven't officially started it yet. And we tap into our marriage things here every once in a while. All right.
Right. Okay, so...
Don't be too deep.
Well, it is kind of deep. Okay, a lot of these were really deep, and I was like, I'm not going to do this. It's going to get too real too quick. What's the biggest lesson you've learned this year?
All right. Well...
It's been a big year.
It's been a big year. I lost my job for the first time in radio after 20 years in radio.
Yeah.
And so I've had to come to terms with that I'm not just a radio person.
Yeah.
I still haven't learned it yet that I'm not. But
it becomes your identity.
Yeah, and I still trying to figure out who I am without radio, but I think that the light's at the end of the tunnel. Like, I can see it, and I'm learning that these skills do transfer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm about to find out.
Do. Absolutely do.
And I'm learning that I did really love my job, and I'm excited to one day get back into it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was...
So what's the lesson?
The lesson is that, like, I am a person who doesn't need radio.
Right.
Like, if the radio
You're
wasn't...
You're a multifaceted person.
Radio isn't who I am. It was just something that I did, and really like doing.
Yes.
So what about you? This has been a rough year.
Yeah, it's been a rough year. I think one of the main things that I've really learned this year about myself, and I don't love it, but I've learned it, is that like I crave stability and structure. And when I feel like things are unstable or unsteady, it really affects me. And it affects all aspects of my life. And so when I feel like things are uncertain, the amount of stress that I take on is just unreal. And I need to learn to like be able to handle that, because obviously life throws a bunch of curveballs at you. And just because something's unsteady, like I need to be able to, I mean, we have a growing child. She's going to be doing all kinds of things lately. Like I need to be okay with things changing and and being a little bit more flexible with things, and sort of being like, okay, and not necessarily seeing the bright side, because I'm like, okay with that. But being like, all right, this is, I don't know, like this transitional phase. Yeah, like I need to be easier on myself, I think.
Go with the flowy. Kind of.
Yeah.
Like you're like, this is something that's happening and we'll figure it out.
And I think that I am like outwardly, but I think inwardly I don't handle transitions well.
Yeah, I can see that.
I have to remind myself like this has nothing to do with me. Like I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah, there's
right?
nothing
Like
you could have done to change it. Yeah.
I can't put that pressure on myself. Yeah. I have to let that go, and that's really hard.
Yeah, you often say, I wish I could see 5 years in the future.
I know.
Like, yeah.
Like I just want to know that I'm okay and that like all this hard work is going to pay off, you know? And it's just like knows. We just don't know, right?
Yeah.
Like
so what was the lesson? You just learned that about yourself, that you
I've learned
crave stability,
like that I don't handle transitions well, life transitions well, and that I need to learn to be gentler on myself during them, because there's not a lot that I can do during it.
Yeah, it's true. And and now we're on the road to recovery.
Yeah,
I mean, back to finding a new normal.
Yeah, I know.
And so what dice roll is going to happen next?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Well, it'll be normal for a couple weeks, and then what happens?
Exactly. But thank you for watching. Oh, you know what? Let me tell you about the shirt, in case you're wondering. It's the Clark County Trash Panda
I didn't know he sent us 2 of them, because you had a blue one on and then you had this one on.
I sent a couple of them, so I'm just wearing them all. I might as well.
Where's mine?
I gave you one.
Where is it?
It's in the closet. You wore it that one time.
Which closet?
Our closet. My closet. Well, my closet.
Okay, well, give it to me.
Well, I mean, no, you can buy them at ClarkCountyTrashPandas.com. Right, Brandon? No, still not on sale. That's okay. But basketball game, it's a basketball team that's coming to Clark County. They're going to be starting in March. Get your tickets at ClarkCountyTrashPandas.com. They're giving back to the community, and we're going to be here to support them. There's another basketball team nearby that I see nowhere. And so I'm excited to see a basketball team that is out somewhere and giving back and showing kids and things like that. So, and if you can dance, they're looking for some dance team members as well. I cannot dance. Would you ever join a dance? Like, did you ever do any kind of, well, you were in theater.
Yeah.
So how was your dancing, your choreographed dancing?
I'm not great at dancing.
You don't think?
No, just like I'm naturally like not great at dancing. But I took dance classes like a lot of my life, and I really
you were in tap and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
I really, really want to get back into it.
Oh, okay.
I would love to take adult ballet.
Ooh.
Adult ballet.
They have adult ballet?
Well, I don't know if they do around here.
Yeah, I feel like they give up after like 22. You're like, you don't really
but
have
I mean, I'm not trying to go pro.
I know, but still.
I'm not like Misty Copeland, you know.
Just don't bend anymore.
No, like I want to take an adult ballet class. It's always been a dream of mine to go on point. And
what the hell is that? Oh, is that standing on your toes? Oh my God.
It would be a massive, massive accomplishment if I could do it.
That'd be insane.
I would love...
Wouldn't it like thrash your toes though? Like
professional dancers' feet are like... But, I mean, I wouldn't be a professional dancer, right?
Yeah, but to get on point, you kind of have to be, right?
But there's a lot of people that I follow on TikTok that, like, have started an adult ballet, like... journey.
Okay.
And so they started taking adult ballet classes, and it's like you see them through the progression. You're like, oh my gosh, it's like it's such a beautiful medium.
Yeah.
And like I would love to get into it.
Okay. Well, we'll look for that. If there's an adult ballet class that's watching the show, sponsor us. You can see we watch the progress of Kristen becoming on point.
Well,
you are graceful.
I don't know if I am.
Yeah, you're more grateful than me.
Well, that's not saying much.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow.
Goodbye, Stubby.